If we learn anything from the Coldplay CEO scandal, is that if you're misbehaving at a very public event, there is a non-zero chance that you will get caught. And since there are three surefire things in life, which are death, taxes, and that the internet will find you, then I suggest that if you're at a public event, then you will be ready for the consequences. And in this case, the consequences for this guy who snatched a hat at the US Open, I'm gonna play this in slow motion. You might have seen this clip before. It was Camille who was just signing, this big balls. And he was about to give his hat to this kid named Connor. He takes his hat, gives the hat to the kid. You see that the gesture was to the kid right in front of him. And this man who was right next to the kid, he makes sure to snatch the hat immediately, and he snatches it from the hand of the kid. Notice that Connor had already gotten the hat on his hand, but this man, he didn't care about that. And sadly, Camille didn't notice that at the time because he was a bit overwhelmed. You have just gone through 5 sets. That is not that's quite a feat in itself. And he didn't notice at the moment. Connor, of course, complained, but you know how are this kind of people. He turned to one side, made sure to hide the cap. Here it is. Inside his wife's bag. Here it goes. In a few seconds, he's gonna do it. Gonna play this so it's faster. Right that. And nothing happened, right? And they are so, it was like snatching a candy from a baby. So easy, right? And Connor was calling to Camille, so if Camille could, I don't know, give him another hat or something, and Connor was really frustrated. But, well, you know that if this kind of stuff gets caught on camera, you know what's going to happen. 2 things are going to happen. The first thing that happened is that, of course, people were saying, who are these people? Who is this guy who snatched the hat from Connor? And why or how do we know that the kid is named Connor? Because the next day, Camille noticed, with all the outrage in social media, what had happened. And he immediately went to his Instagram and posted this story. As in, I want to find the kid, okay, who, I gave him my hat and it was snatched. And props to Camille, he made sure to not include the guy at any point in the screenshots. So it was kind of a gentlemanly way to do this. He didn't want to, there are douchebags like all over the world. I don't want to focus on the person who snatched the hat. I want to focus on the kid. I want to make it up for the kid, right? Even if it wasn't his mistake, he wanted to make it up. And 24 hours later, that's the magic of the internet, the kid managed to get a meet and greet with Camille himself. He got more than a hat, got a signed hat, got a photo op, got everything, and even more. So in the end, for Connor, it's great that it ended so good. So this is kind of wholesome stories that we want, right? And we got the photo with Camille. Hello world, together with Brock. We wish you a great day. Brock, I said Connor. I don't know why I said Connor, but it's Brock. And the kid was really happy, but you know that the internet was not going to stop there, right? We know from the Coldplay CEO era, that was like an era ago, from the Coldplay CEO scandal, the internet was not going to stop there. And the internet found the guy. And who's the guy? The guy is Piotr Szczerek, a Polish CEO who, looks the part of CEO, right? And as he was uncovered by the internet, he made a public statement. And you might be asking, okay, maybe he apologized, maybe he said that, the usual uh, um, blah blah that people engage in this kind of things. They say, oh, they hire some kind of crisis communication. Let's do something about that. Well, I'm going to tell you, the guy doubled down on what he did. Piotr Szerszek, he is a millionaire CEO of a paving company in Poland called Drogbrook. After being called out for stealing a signed hat intended for a child, he defended himself on a Go Work forum, saying the following, and this, you don't want to miss this. The recent incident at the tennis match has caused a disproportionate online uproar. It's all about the famous hat, of course. Yes, I took it. Yes, I did it quickly. But as I have always said, life is first come, first served, he claimed. Right? You're realizing what he didn't get the memo of how the internet would react to this. But he knew how the internet was reacting to this, so he even tripled down. I understand that some people might not like it, but please, let's not make a global scandal out of the hat. It's just a hat. If you were faster, you would have it. Regarding online hate, I remind you that insulting a public figure is subject to legal liability. All offensive comments, slander, and insinuations will be analyzed for the possibility of taking the matter to court. In the end, chin up, hats off, less venom, more sportsmanship. This guy said, more sportsmanship. All right? And I need to, my attorney suggested that I make it very clear that this video is not to slander Mr. Piotr in any way. I am just showing what is going on all over the internet. Because, well, the slandering, let's say that he did that himself. But if we continue, and the fallout has been just wonderful to watch. It's something that is beautiful. And it's a sight to behold. Meet Piotr Szerszek, the hero who snatched a hat from a kid on live TV at the US Open. He's a millionaire CEO of a private company, and now he's bravely threatening to sue anyone who dares to call him a greedy POS or anything equally hurtful. So whatever you do, definitely don't share this post. Just quietly warn your close friends not to call him mean names. Wouldn't want to hurt his millionaire feelings. Yes, we need to leave CEOs alone. I mean, how could we expect that the internet was going to be so much backlash against him? Oh, that is so bad. And of course, because, well, I think somebody should tell him how everything nowadays, 2025, works. Polish millionaire Piotr Szerszek Drogbrook company review hit by backlash after US Open viral video. We are in 2025. You are at a very public event. If you are close, or I don't know, you appear in the cameras like the Coldplay CEO, and you are caught on camera misbehaving, it's on you. You caused that to yourself. Nobody else is liable for that. Nobody else. And of course, people are even digging about the company. The guy who stole the hat, but who owns the company he works for. Piotr Szerszek, in fact, Polish and owns Drogbrook. It turns out his company has received a total of 11 million Polish zlotys in public funding from Poland between 2017 and 2025. Oh, I love the internet. You can find almost anything that you need. Only someone of immense entitlement would conduct themselves that way in a foreign nation while visiting a show to the world that you are a soulless gargoyle if you could take a hat from a little boy. Yes. Well said, Johnny St. Pete. This is what you get when you behave in ways that, no, this is the farthest from good sportsmanship. And yes, I took it. I took it quickly, and you would have done the same. No, I'm Mr. Piotr, I'm going to tell you one thing. Maybe that has worked for you so far. I'm pretty sure that is not going to work for you from this point on. I think the hat, the signed hat by Camille Maishak, I hope you really enjoy it, because that will be the most expensive hat you hold on your hands in your entire life. Perhaps in the entire history of humanity, that's going to be the most expensive hat, because that hat will cost you everything. And I am not saying it. You just look anywhere on X, on any post that is a complete shitstorm. And I'm pretty sure that here on, the corners of YouTube is not going to be any different. So yeah, that is my advice. It's like we used to think that it is our conscience that is talking to us and saying that we should behave in a proper way. And, our angel telling us, hey, you should behave in a proper way. But it turns out it's smartphones that are telling every single one of us nowadays to behave in a proper way. But I would like to know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy. Much love and bliss.